Alright, so we're gonna make some, I guess, toxic waste in barrels. And pretty much the rubble outline is to hold all the water effects. Pretty much this whole series is pretty much shit you could do with water effects. That's all, you know. I'll probably name it like the water effects or something goofy. But these barrels I just had laying around, and I took a Dremel and just cut them in half. Same with these. And this one I'm just going to use like a lot of hot glue. And you're going to, instead of just putting glue down and making a, like the rubble pit, I used hot glue, and this is going to be like a slime. So pretty much both the same things, just you approach them different. So this is all just to give you like ideas on what to fucking do. Instead of going stir crazy in your house like I am. I usually don't like using hot glue on a lot of stuff. I usually ever use it just to glue stuff together. But this was surprisingly real fun and relaxing. I might do some more. I was thinking of doing like the Bog of Internal Stench, those little buttholes, and make those out of glue. Just make like a little, like a nasty water way with a bridge that's all decrepit. Drill the hole in that little drum. That looks pretty nice. You can always let it cool and do more layers if you want it later. And for the basing, you know, just gotta do the usual. It's nothing new. Do a base coat, and then you start with your grays, darkest to lightest. And that whole, you know, the gravel or rubble, whatever you want to call it, that's just there to keep the water effects in from spilling fucking everywhere. Because it will spill everywhere. It flows like fucking water. And there's a dry brush. And this one I just did green on everything. Lovely dark green. Get it everywhere. Make sure you get it everywhere. This is the fun part. I use pen ink when I'm adding color to water effects. If you use paint, the pigment will make it not see-through. Like this has got that kind of like nasty night quill or day quill like texture. And you're only going to get that like opaqueness from using ink. Don't use, if you use pigments from paints, it's going to block the whole thing out. And it's not going to have like a it'll be shiny, but it won't be like watery, and you won't be able to see through it. If you make it real deep and you want to see something under it, you know, don't use that fucking paint. And I end up doing, I let this sit for 24 hours, and then I did a second coat, because this shit does shrink. Now for the other one, a couple drops of red. I didn't feel like getting another spoon from the kitchen. If you guess that the red one's going to come out the red barrel, you are a winner. Then we're going to hit up the green. And if you want to try to save some of the water effects, put like a plastic wrap over it. And I was able to keep it in a jar like this overnight, and it didn't dry up at all. And I don't think it matters which one you pour first. With the inks, they're not going to mix unless you like go in there and actually mix them yourself. And then just spread one out so it's like it's pouring into the other. Make sure. I didn't want to waste any either, because it's $25 for a fucking bottle of water, realistic water. The shit ain't cheap, but it does. It's really, really good. And one thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to fuck with this. You're going to want to touch it. Let it sit 24 hours. Don't fucking touch it. Just don't. You might get that feeling, oh, I want to test if it's dry. Let it sit for a good day. A day and a half if you want to be safe. And this is after it's dry. It still looks wet, but no, it's honestly, that's fucking dry. You can see in the barrels, like how you could see some of the barrel that's under the water effects. Don't use fucking paint. Pigment will fuck that shit up. Here's the other one dried. I really liked how this one turned out. This might be my favorite for the barrels. And you can still see some of the like slime under the water. Extreme close up. The video camera doesn't pick up the hole too much, but it looks like it's coming out. See, it's all dry. That's because you let it sit for at least a good day. A day and a half if you really want to be safe. And just remember, this shit never hardens up like epoxy. So if you put like a 40K model on it, there'll be an imprint from the ring from the base. So don't put shit on top of this. You know, it's just there for trade. It's there for looks. You know, you can't put actual pieces on it. And you know, just dry brush ink for the barrels to make them look all messed up. And that's pretty much it. See, simple, easy, and it looks good. Yeah, have a good day.